Hi guys, I wanted to show you my Florida vacation mini album that I made. We took about 3 trips to Florida since April, and I needed a nice book to put all the pictures that we took into. It's a 6x9 size, and I used these envelopes. You see it's got like a adhesive flap on it. I don't like the metal prongs because they would stick out when you put the paper on them. And this is a great size. I love it. I'm going to start using that for more mini albums because it's, you know, the 6x6 is nice, but this gives you a little bit more room, but it's not too big. So I use that. So it's an envelope album, 6x9. And the 2 paper lines that I use primarily for this is one by Bo Bunny. It's the beach theme one that they have out this summer. I can't remember the name of the line, but that one, and a Creative Imaginations line that they have out. It's called Oceana, and here's some tags that go with it. Journaling spots here that I'm gonna use. You know, once I put my photos in, I'm gonna use these to do my journaling, which these are so cute. And then also with the line, I mean, this is a great line. They have a bunch of other products, stickers, of course, and they have these brads. Look how cute these are. These little palm tree brads. I used a couple of these in my album. But what I did was, I don't really like brads, so I bent the prongs back and forth, and I broke them off, and I just glued them down on my pages. So those are so cute. So anyway, okay, here's the cover. For all these little plants and things here, I use my Cricut. I use the Life's a Beach cartridge to cut all those out. I got some hibiscus flowers and then just all kinds of different tropical leaves, which is kind of cool. And I got another one right up there. And I cut the title out, Florida, with it, and that little pelican. And I used some stickles on it and put a couple of stickers. And then I bound it with the embossed felt that, if you've been watching my videos, you know I've done a couple albums with that felt binding. And then here's what the back looks like. Okay, so I'll show you the inside. All right. Gotta try to get my camera angled good because it's kind of a awkward size and I never know where to put the camera. All right, now on this first page, I got a little book that I made here. I used a couple of paper bags and I fold them together to make this. And there's a little magnet here to close it. And this opens like that. And then I also used my Life's a Beach cartridge to make the sun and this little lizard. And I've got some little tags in the pocket. Got this one, I stamped it up. And then I got one over here. I stamped a little journaling thing, lines on that side. And here's a place for a picture. And then you open this up, here's another place for a picture. And then here, I love this paper right here. It's got this crab, and then I just cut out a few little designs from the paper, and I stuck them in there like that, kind of to hang them, kind of cool. And then I did a little thing here. I had a little gap here in the paper bag, and I decided instead of gluing it, I'd just put a little embossed piece of paper in there, kind of make that interesting, kind of hangs open. So I got that. Okay. That. And then on this page you got a place for a photo, and then I cut out a little frame with my Cricut here, and a couple of 7 Gypsies tags right here. And on this one I got wait, not that one, right here I stamped a little puffer fish and put little stickles on them. And I haven't made my little photo mats for inside the envelope. I cut off the ends of the envelope and kind of like a paper bag album, so you could stuff stuff in it. And I got one piece of paper in there, which I haven't done anything to, but see how big it is? This is going to be nice to put photos and journaling on. So I'm going to, use my spare pieces of paper from the lines that I used, and I'm going to use these as I put my photos in. So I haven't done any of those yet. This is just, I got the basics down so far, but I got enough to show you. Okay, so I got that page, and then here's another page. Got a little shark there, a place for some journaling and a photo. And then on this one here, I put a little acetate pocket and some rhinestones. And I did a little distressing with StazOn ink around the sides. And then in here I also got a bunch of little pieces of paper for journaling, for photos. I cut this little crab out from, you know, it was a different cartridge, I think, but I'm not sure which one it was. But here's a little die cut from the Bo Bunny line. And then on this side, this is the Creative Imaginations paper. I love those little mermaids. And then right here I got some little stickers from the line, and I put stickles around the edges. That, and then I made this little booklet, and this was another thing I cut out of my Cricut. Got kind of, you know, it's kind of like a 3D frame. Stamped around it with a Bo Bunny stamp, kind of like a distressed wood stamp, kind of cool. And then I just got that inside. And then I use that. It's a little palm tree stamp that I used. And here's some of that paper. Look how cool that picture is. It's hard to cover up some of these papers. They're so pretty. And here's another mermaid and starfish paper. You have some seahorses on that side. And then I might put more photo mats in there as I go. And then on this page, let me zoom out a little. See it better. I got some more tags, another photo mat, and I'll be adding photo mats and things as I go. I'm still kind of in the beginning stages. And this is a different, I just grabbed this out of my stash, thought it looked kind of beachy. And then I'll add stuff, you know, more stuff later. And then I got this page. It's another Bo Bunny page here. And a couple of pieces here. And then I made this little flap here. I used a Martha Stewart punch here. I think it's like the gate punch or something. It's like a gate design. Got that. And on this page, I made, oops, it looks like this underneath. Place for little photos, and it's got stickles around it. And then I made this little thing to go on top of it. It's got some more little rhinestones on it. And then it opens like this. And then you got this. I got a little seahorse stamp. So cute. It's like one of those Joann's dollar stamps. And little sand dollar on that one. And then a couple more photo mats. And this one, how cool that is. I don't think I want to cover that side. I think that looks really neat. I'll probably just put a picture on that side. And then this one for journaling. And then I clipped that to the page with this little Tim Holtz clip that I got, and I put a little leaf there, and then a little butterfly bling, and then I put on some little rhinestones on that, kind of make it decorative, and I got that on the back of that because it matches the paper on the next page. So I got that. And here's the next page. Now this pocket, I made this little envelope, cut that out of my Cricut again. And then this little seashell I cut out of the designer paper, and I used my Rock Candy Distress paint to cover this, so it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can tell in the light, but it's all cracked and crackly looking. Plus it gave it a little more strength, so it'll be open and closed all the time. And then inside, I got just a little thing for same stuff, journaling and pictures. What else am I going to use it for, right? And then here's the other page, and there's a couple of our favorite restaurants that we go to down in Florida, and I thought this would be cute to kind of have, you know, I had this little check here and with a little stamping around it, and here's another sand dollar I cut out of the paper, and another place to put more photos and things tucked in here, and another thing for journaling. And then here I got a little seashell cut out of the paper, and I put some stickles around it, and I used a Martha Stewart loop punch around it. And if I can open it, more stuff will go in there. There's that. Okay. And on this page, I actually, I made a joke on my blog I put the pictures on the other day that I finally found a use for my magic mesh that I bought about 10 years ago. I thought it would look cool kind of as a netting, so I made a little pocket page with it. And I got this little seahorse guy, this charm that I also got a long time ago. I think it was at Joann's. Got this little guy here. Put him on there. And I used a border strip from the paper. And then here's one of those little journaling pages I showed you in the beginning. Got that, and then I just got paper for photos on there. And that one. See, this is the one, like the ones you see, I got the cutout, the seashell, and the sand dollar. Those came from this sheet of paper. And that says Seaside Adventure. It's another sticker page from the collection. And then on this side, you can see here I put the little Brad I showed you earlier. And I used some of the coordinations cardstock in this book. There's a lot of it that has kind of like a sparkle to it. I don't know how good that's coming up on camera, but and I also used some sparkly paper to outline my frame here. And then I got another little journaling book here. And then on this side, this paper's really pretty too. Whoops. Okay, something just fell out. It says adventure on it. And I used another one of those little journaling pages. I just stuck it right down and got a little bling there. And this page, okay, hopefully this is going to show up good. I'm all zoomed out. Let me see. This one opens like that. I don't know if you can kind of see it here. Let me stretch all the way out to put pictures on. This paper is just so, so pretty. You put a photo there, do some journaling here, and then close that one. And it's just a little, oh, that's what fell off. My little palm tree Brad was stuck to this. It's supposed to stick there, so I'll have to glue that on again later. And then got this page with the little crab. Hopefully I'm not swinging the book around too much. I'm trying to get it all in a camera. It's kind of hard. And I got another little clasp here with the bling. And on this side, there's another thing. I got this one little, I got another clip here. I put a charm on it, this little whale. His mouth opens and closes. Of course, you know what? He's glued down now, so his mouth's not opening and closing, but got him. And then here's some more of that sparkly paper. Just got a couple of photo mats. Did a couple of scalloped ones, and then just a couple little cute things. And this paper is really pretty. I don't know how good you can see it, but it's kind of like a thin piece of paper, and it's really shimmery. It's not really showing up with all this funky lighting, but that is a really pretty page. And then this page, I used the Martha Stewart Oak Leaf Punch, which is on sale right now at Martha's if you want to get that, at Michael's if you want to get that, and a couple of stickers. And this stuff here is kind of neat. See the sand? This stuff is this product that I just tried. It's called Bermuda. The color is Bermuda Beach, and it's by mudpuddles.net. And it's sand basically. It's kind of like a liquid, kind of a texture medium. Here, where's my? I have a stick here, and it's funny. It's like real sand. It seems like, and it's really gooey. And you just take it out and you smear it on whatever you want to put sand on, and it shows up just like that. And this one's pretty dry. I did it this morning, and it's hard now, but you know, you could bend it. It's not going to break when you're bending the page. It's kind of cool. And they have different color sands, and they've got like even they have a green. It's like a golf course green. It's pretty cool. So I put that on there to make that page. And then I got this page just for photos. I didn't do much to that, and didn't do much to that either. So, and that's it. I hope you enjoy my book. I'll see you guys later.